This is pretty shocking, guys. For the first weekend in at least many months, I honestly can't remember the last time this happened. For the first weekend in forever, we have no hero banners. There is no hero 15x rate up banner, not for ancients, not for divine legendary summons, not for your blue rare summons or diamonds, nothing at all. We have our standard 2x starting on Friday, the crazy invocation of spirits for both your rare summons and your legendary divine summons. And then we do have something interesting that we're going to talk a lot about in this video. That is the surprise invocation of spirits. So what is this? This is your buy one, get one, your pull one, get one, your 1+1 event. The very first time you pull a legendary on this banner, he, she, they are going to come with a friend. You're getting 2 for 1. After that, it just becomes a normal, boring banner. I wish after that the banner just disappeared, but that's not something they do. But it should, because once you do it the one time, it's gone. But before we talk about the 1+1, and I want to answer the question, should you summon? I have not really gone deep in detail on the 1+1 and what kind of players I think should target it and what kind of players should skip it. At the end of the day, do what you want, but if you want to min-max your account, I want to give that advice. But before we do, I just want to talk about what the heck does this mean? I mean, there's no hero on rate up, not for ancients, not for normal summons, not for divines, nothing. That truly has not happened at least since before the anniversary. So we're talking, unless I'm missing something. If I'm missing something, please do let me know in the comment section below. But unless I'm forgetting something, this has not happened in at least 8 months, maybe 7 or 8 months, at least that long. And I think it could be a lot longer than that. I think it could be close to a year, maybe longer. Kind of crazy. So let's talk about what I think might have motivated this very briefly. I do think big things are coming. Am I choosing to be very optimistic? Yes. But also, do we have some stuff to maybe be a little hyped up and optimistic about? Sorry, I just realized my whole thing was layered strangely. There you go. I'll fix that when I edit the video. We do, right? Like, it was announced Forerunner is having a patch. At the time I'm filming this, Forerunner, if you don't know, that's the old beta server. They converted into a live global server called Forerunner. Very small, but they get stuff before us. It foreruns the global server, the Asia server, stuff like that. They're getting Abyss 1, Guild Boss 1 tonight with their update. What is that? That's, I think, the rumored Nightmare 5. I think there's going to be a whole new kind of Guild Boss 1 where you have those switching damages, those interesting things like that. That's arriving within an hour of me filming this on the Forerunner server. I'm going to try to cover that for you guys tomorrow if I can get into a Forerunner account. I'm sure I can get into a Forerunner account. Definitely. Don't worry. But that's kind of huge, right? That's major content. There's some big buffs coming. There's other stuff. I've heard little bits of rumors, this, that, and the other about what could be. I would like to think this is a period of a calm before the storm. So get your things in order. We should get a big patch at the beginning of March, and it should be really big. The last patch was like a mini hot patch, quick fix kind of thing because we had the issues with TikTok and the App Store and the Google Play Store. I have hard confirmation all of that is behind us. Even if things go awry with TikTok again, in the US market, Watcher Realms is good to go, which means overall the global health of the game is going to be very strong. So I think anything planned for the original February update likely was moved to the March update. I hope and I think and I'm optimistic that there should be a big update coming. So I think maybe this is like a little portent of things to come. It's like, hey, here's the weekend off because some good things are coming. I hope. What can I do besides hope? Let me know if you guys are pessimistic, optimistic, this, that, or the other. I can't speak. It's been a long day. I streamed for far too long. Here you go. Surprise Invocation of Spirits 1+1. It sounds like a can't miss thing. For a new account, this is the best deal in Watcher Realms, I would say. Especially if you're not a big spender and you can't afford to go really hard on rate up banners and, you know, get multiple legendaries in search of what you need. If you just need to fill out your roster, you just want bites at the apple, as I like to say, you just want opportunities to get potentially game-changing legendaries, this is the banner for you, right? That being said, it really is contingent upon where you are in the game. So why do I say that? Well, there's a lot of not good legendaries in this game. I actually made a video a couple days ago about the need to buff many of the legacy legendaries, or whatever you want to call them, the OG legendaries in this game. A lot of them are really stale and frankly useless for nearly all, if not all, content. And those are all in the pool, right? The 1+1 pool is every single non-ancient exclusive, non-200 limited banner, non-event hero. So as of now, there's no Maw. There's going to be no limited heroes like Sun Wukong, Kagiri, Honora, Dahlia, Lust, so on and so on. And of course, no ancient exclusives. So no Ymeric, no Giselle, no Elder. You get the picture, right? But any normal legendary hero will be in that pool, and a lot of them stink, you know? So let's just pick a random faction. For every Constance, there is a Cratch. Let's as simple as that. For every Lucius, there is a Regulus. Not to say Regulus is bad, but you're not ripping on the 1+1 for Regulus. There's too many examples like that. You know, for every Arrogance, there is an Azor. And quite frankly, I'm actually underselling it. For every Arrogance, there's like 3 Azors typically, right? That pool of the common, less desirable legendaries you could pull from this 1+1 banner is far, far bigger than the pool of the ones you're actually looking for. So what you need to do is make that calculation on your account. I'd say if you're not in the late or end game, you know, you're still trying to beat your gear dungeons. Maybe you're still going for your 50k Guild Boss 1. Maybe you're still trying to progress just in general in both Apocalypse 1 and Apocalypse 2, Guild Boss 2. I think it very much could be the banner for you. Make that assessment. Figure out how many of these normal legendary heroes you are missing. And certainly if you're earlier on than that, I do think it's kind of a no-brainer banner. You know, even if you can't hit the 1+1, worst case scenario, you built a bunch of pity, and then that will go towards the next rate up banner you want to target. So I think for anyone earlier than the examples I just gave, certainly this is a great banner for you, especially with the weekend off. So you're in that early mid game, you know, you're still getting through your gear raids, not even your gear dungeons yet. Very good banner for you. As long as you make the assessment, there's a nice selection of these normal legendary heroes you'd be interested in. And if you're a little bit later on than that, then you got to think about what exactly do I need? If you kind of already have all the pieces and you just need to get it done, maybe it's a skip, because all the new heroes lately are power creeping, you know, some more than others, but they're all better than a lot of those bad OG legendaries. At worst, they're like average quality, or even better than that. They're like 6 or 7 out of 10s. At best, they're crazy, right? They're Beelzebub, they're Diao Chan, they're Sun Wukong, I know people argue with me about this, but Yuri, if you get Yuri at the right time, she'll be the best hero on your account. So compare that to Abomination, or to Magnus I just saw. You know, compare that even to Nocturne, a hero I really like, but not really a place for these single target mages in the game. You know, so I think you got to make these assessments for yourself. There's one group of players I have not talked about yet, and obviously that is going to be players very deep in the game. So you've already beaten things like your gear dungeons, your guild bosses, this, that, and the other. Unless there's someone that you have a lot saved, or you want to spend a little money and you want to throw a Hail Mary because like you really need Faircy. I'm sure there's someone, let me know if that's you watching. I mean, there are people like that. He's common bucket. You have a shot to get him. Why not take 2 shots at it? Sure, that's fine. But if you have everything beat, there's no obvious key thing you're missing, you really should save. You really should save for what's to come. Who cares if you're getting 2 legendaries if you don't need either of them, when very likely in March there'll be at least 1 or 2 new legendaries. Certainly in March and April there's gonna be several new ones, and they're gonna be better. Like, they keep being better. So I think you have to make that proper assessment. I hope I covered every scenario. I know I didn't get, sometimes I really go into each spending group. I guess to go through that really quickly, like if you're free to play low spender, this is a hard skip unless you're in that early mid game and you just need warm bodies and different classes and different roles to fill out your roster. If you're a medium spend, it's like, if you can get to a list of like, you know, I'm saying if you spend like 50 to 200 bucks a month, I mean, obviously 200, that's a lot more than medium, but you get what I'm saying. If you're in that range, if there's a list of, let's say, 5 to 10 at least heroes that would make you happy to be one of the 2 1+1s, then yeah, it might be worth the roll of the dice if you're willing to spend a little money. And certainly if you spend more than that, if there's even like 3 or 4 you're targeting, do your thing, baby. Have some fun. And yeah, I really hope this covered everything. This was kind of a fun, I'm in a pretty good mood. I just ate In-N-Out. Let me know if you love In-N-Out too. I have In-N-Out about once a week. Probably not a healthy thing to do, but it's a perk of being out west. And I gotta say, I'm in a good mood, and I'm kind of in a good mood because I don't have to be like, frick, Calypso, really? It's just like, hey, if you want to roll those dice, depending on your account, your assessment, roll away. If you don't, like me, on my main account, hardest skip ever, can't wait to have a weekend off. It's a breath of fresh air. To me, this is good vibes. I know it's like boring and a lack of something, but to me, it's kind of welcome right now. Let me know how you guys feel. I was thinking to wrap this up, we are on my free-to-play account right now. Fun thing, I just moved into the top 10 in the challenge. I was like 55th 6 days ago, and then I was saving all my reserves and I made my big push. And I did just beat artifact material rate 18. See, I just farmed up some meteorites here. For the first time ever, I have not farmed artifact material rate at all yet. Like, not at all. I think probably in total, probably 10 times, period, over the 25 days in this challenge. You can see now that I did 18, I put, I don't know what it was, 1,500 stamina into this, something like that, maybe a little bit more. I did runs before this, so you can see 93 now. We had 300 something before. Point is, I can do my first ever 10 pull of these flawless meteorites. So let's do that, baby. Let's go. I'm not underselling it. You know, I don't have a single mythic healer artifact, only one legendary. If we go to the marksman, I don't have a single. Mythic one. I literally just have Shadow Gaze, which I think they gave me for free. I did get this Heaven's Rage. That's the only mythic I think I've ever pulled besides one other really good one. I got the Lunacy Visor. They give you the Flux Pendant and the Scarlet Hunt for free. You get the picture. I've done like freaking nothing. And look at these tank artifacts. But I'm doing something now. I waited. I've been saving my resources till I could farm efficiently. We have been farming efficiently. Here's my 10 pull. Show me Tear of Twilight. All right, we'll take a dupe Scarlet Hunt. Why not? Not what I was looking for, but there's also some really good stuff in here. We'll take a Tumultuous Horn. I don't have the Nightmare Samsara yet, so I'll take the Spellcaster's Echo for sure for a mage. This is pretty dang good. I'm fine with it. We get one more single. Can I get a mythic? Of course not. There's an epic. Thank you guys so much for watching. Should you summon? I think I answered the question. I've been Fastidious. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comment section below. I appreciate your time. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.